Chapter 2. Merits of Devotion to Mahavishnu. In the tranquil expanse of the Naimiśa forest, the sages sat in rapt attention, their eyes fixed on Sūta. They had posed questions of great significance, yearning for wisdom that would guide them and all humanity towards spiritual bliss. Sūta, son of Romahaṛṣaṇa, felt a deep satisfaction at their courteous inquiries. With reverence, he began his response, bowing to the venerable sage Śuka, whose wisdom illuminated the darkest corners of ignorance. Sūta spoke, "I bow to Śuka, the sage who renounced all worldly actions and set out on the path of enlightenment in his early childhood. His father, the great Vyasa, called him back in sorrow, and even the trees echoed with his call, reflecting Śuka's pervasive presence in all beings' hearts. I seek refuge in Śuka, the compassionate sage who narrated the Bhagavata Purana for the benefit of those lost in the ocean of worldly existence. This Purana is the soul lamp of spiritual truth, glowing with its own unique brilliance, the essence of all Vedic knowledge." Sūta continued, "With obeisance to Narayana, the Supreme Being, and Nara, the best of men, I now narrate the sublime tales of Jaya, another name for the Bhagavata Purana, O sages. Your inquiry about the welfare of humanity is indeed profound, as it revolves around Krishna, the Supreme Being, whose stories soothe the soul and elevate the spirit. The highest religion for mankind is that which fosters unwavering, selfless devotion to Lord Vishnu. This devotion, free from any ulterior motives, brings profound peace to the soul. Devotion to Vasudeva, Lord Krishna, immediately leads to non-attachment and causeless knowledge. Any religious practice that does not inspire love for the stories of Krishna is mere labor in vain. Wealth and material gains are not the true objectives of religion, which ultimately aims for liberation and truth." Sūta elaborated, "The purpose of life is not to indulge the senses, but to seek the essential nature of the Supreme Being, Tattva. The wise call this knowledge of non-duality the ultimate truth, known variously as Brahman, Paramatman, or Bhagavan. The sages, through faith and devotion combined with knowledge and detachment, visualize their soul in themselves, listening to the Vedanta. Thus, the grace of Hari, the consummation of all religious practices, becomes their ultimate goal. The venerable lord of the Sattvatas, Vasudeva, should always be heard, eulogized, meditated upon, and worshipped with concentrated attention. His narratives, like a sword, cut through the knots of bondage in the hearts of the learned, leading them to oneness with the Supreme Spirit." Sūta's voice resonated with deep conviction. "O Brahmanas, the love for Vasudeva's stories arises in those devoted to service and full of faith. Holy pilgrimages and the company of the great purify one's heart, fostering this love. Krishna, the well-wisher of the good, dwells in the hearts of those who listen to his tales, shaking off all evils. Continuous service to the Lord's devotees destroys all evils, generating firm devotion to the Lord of excellent fame. When the mind is no longer affected by passions, ignorance, desire, or greed, it stabilizes in goodness, leading to tranquility. This tranquility births knowledge of the Lord's reality, freeing one from attachment through supreme devotion." Sūta's eyes gleamed with the light of truth. As soon as the Supreme Lord is realized within, the ego's knot in the heart is cut, doubts are resolved, and all actions are nullified. Thus, wise men always delight in their devotion to Vasudeva, purifying their hearts. The Supreme Being, although beyond attributes, created the universe through his willpower, Maya, which consists of the qualities of Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. He manifested himself through his intellectual power, appearing as if he had attributes. Just as fire in wood appears in various forms, the Supreme Soul manifests differently in all beings. Sūta concluded with poetic reverence, "The creator of the universe, fond of divine pastimes, takes various incarnations among gods, non-human beings, and men to protect the universe. In these forms, he enjoys the attributes of the beings he created, safeguarding the cosmic order. Therefore, the wise disregard the lords of goblins and other entities, focusing their devotion on Narayana, the purest form of goodness. Those seeking liberation worship Narayana, not desiring wealth or power, but longing for spiritual truth. Vasudeva is the ultimate goal of all Vedic knowledge, sacrifices, and religious practices, leading to the highest liberation." Thus, Sūta imparted the timeless wisdom of devotion to Hari, revealing the path to ultimate truth and liberation. The sages, their hearts filled with divine light, absorbed the sacred teachings, ready to share them with the